All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a post The Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 4 video leading up to this mid-season finale. Who do we think Negan will kill? Alright, so I thought it was time to go ahead and do this video, and this one may contain spoilers because we'll go into the Walking Dead comics, specifically into this part of the series that was in the original comics is going to be adapted in some way, basically right now. So between episodes 5 through 8 of the first half of The Walking Dead Season 10. Negan escapes, obviously, in Episode 4, and so Episode 5 looks like it's going to concentrate on him at least a little bit, and there is a pretty big character death possibly coming up if they do things based on how they did in the comics with Negan. So Negan kills somebody. Now, spoiler warning, if you don't want to know who he killed in the comic version, then you don't have to watch this video. You can watch my review for Episode 4 or my general predictions for Episode 5 and what we think is going to happen. So the big one coming up is that Alpha... so you have Negan, who, of course, escapes, and then he kills Brandon. So that's the person who kind of helps him escape in the comics. Here he is with Brandon here, who is the kid. Possibly, it could be the same as they do in the TV series. Would be the one who helped him escape in Episode 4. So that would most likely be in Episode 5 that Negan will kill the kid who was watching him with the spear in that. And then and they kind of set it up in a pretty good way, because Aaron was just talking about how obviously there's something wrong with Negan, right? Like Negan, he can seem like he's a nice guy. He can save Lydia. He can do stuff like this, and that's great. He can save Aaron, which he did. But there's a twist somewhere there. And if Negan goes off in the wrong kind of way, he could kill people. So if Brandon ticks him off, or if he doesn't want Brandon to be around him, it's possible he might kill Brandon. So let's say Negan in Episode 5 does kill Brandon, and that ends up being true, and we see that same thing basically adapted in the TV series version. Here is the meeting in the comics between Alpha and Negan. And Negan's first words to her is, and I'm in love, as he sees her, which is kind of cool. And it's kind of funny if you trace this through. You want to talk about transference. Okay, here it is. Alpha's husband looks like Negan. Even in the TV series version, if you remember the flashback where we saw her have to put down her husband, he's got kind of the tall, dark, and handsome thing going on. Women talk about this, right? So Negan's tall. He's got the black hair. He's got the dark hair, the dark kind of look, right? Dark eyebrows, that kind of thing. And so did Alpha's husband in the TV series version. So there's a similarity there. Vice versa. Negan's wife had cancer, so she was losing, or most people who do have cancer lose their hair, right? So they're kind of balding. So you get kind of this transference thing going where Negan looks like Alpha's husband who's dead, and Alpha looks like Lucille, which was Negan's wife. Before the zombie apocalypse started, when she was probably when she was in her cancer state, or at least in my mind, the bald head would be natural. We never saw we never saw Lucille the bat, but we never saw Lucille, his wife, in the TV series version, because they never did a here's Negan flashback or anything like that, so we could get to see. But if you do the math and you think about it, and you think, okay, well, she may have had cancer, then of course the bald head thing, if you're getting chemo and that whole thing, and just the way Alpha's complexion is kind of looks like somebody who's been going through chemo or something. Not that cancer's a laughing matter. It's not. In real life, yes, absolutely, it sucks. I understand, anybody who's lost someone to cancer is not a joke. But in the entertainment world, in this version, we can laugh about it. So in the comic version, Alpha and Negan sort of get together, and then Negan turns on her, and he kills her. And that's kind of the... here it is here. Wait until Rick gets a look at you, and there he beheads her, which is brutal, right? It's freaking brutal. So, not that she hasn't done that to others, obviously she has, but so Negan kills her in the comic version, and that's what would probably happen during, I would say, maybe the mid-season finale, or close to the mid-season finale for Season 10, if they adapt it verbatim. Now, I think it's too obvious for them to adapt it verbatim. I think that it's just it feels like Alpha, the TV series version, will probably survive longer. It feels like she should be there longer than just the end of this first half, and then that's it for her. So I'm going to predict for the TV series, I don't know if they'll swap out Gamma for Alpha. Maybe Gamma takes a liking to Negan. She's a new character in that, and she's kind of been a concentration this half. She's sort of a follower of Alpha, so maybe she could take a liking to Negan, and maybe they do that instead, and then the remix is that Negan possibly kills Gamma, or some people have brought up that they think as a prediction that maybe Negan will kill Beta. I personally don't like that one because Beta is awesome and huge, and it would be a really difficult thing for Negan or anybody to take Beta down, and I would not want to see it in a surprising, shocking kind of fashion. If Beta is to go down and die, I'd like to see maybe Daryl and Negan join forces and fight Beta one-on-one or two-on-one, and then they overpower him and they beat Beta down, and then they kill him, like Negan kills him or something at the end. That's what I personally would prefer to see. So here's to hoping that this is the comic version. Here's to hoping that the television series version is remixed, and instead of Negan killing Alpha, he kills Gamma or somebody else. I don't know. We'll see. But certainly you guys can leave your predictions below. Let me know who you think Negan will kill based on the comic book version, and who will get sort of that alpha death if Alpha is to survive on further. Because Samantha Morton is really great at Alpha, and I feel like there's more there. There's the Carol connection too because of Henry, and there's it's different than TV series. There's more going on there. So maybe you do Gamma, or maybe it is Alpha and then Gamma takes over something after. I don't know, because Beta doesn't want to, or something like that. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your predictions below, and I'll see you guys back in soon for our next Q&A video. As always, it's Trev, and stay in peace. Later, guys. See you soon.